Thermal Club Challenge. Like we said, like what Tom said, Scott Dixon ends up wrecking into Grosjean and VK there on lap 1 in the first heat race. Really the only wreck we saw in this entire weekend here. I mean, it was a pretty big oversight there by Dixon, I would say.
That was bad, bro. That was bad.
That was something.
Is Scott Dixon showing his age?
I think so, dude. I don't know, man. But then again, dude, like he always turns up at the end of the year. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hey everybody, this is Thomas from the Dega Boys channel, reminding you to hit the like button if you're enjoying what you're watching. If you want to see more great content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well to be notified of any future videos coming out. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video.
I don't know.
Wild.
But yeah, that ended up taking out Grosjean and BK, ruined their chances. Scott Blomqvist ends up winning the heat race 1, and then Pelot ends up winning heat race 2. So that set up our field. We got what, 3? All 3 Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan cars made the race. Only 1 McLaren made the race. Only 1. Oh no, how many of the Ganassi cars? We had Pelot and Armstrong and Lundqvist. All but Simpson from Ganassi.
Oh yeah.
And then we had Holton Herta was the only one out of the Andretti camp. And then did we only get 1 Penske? No, we had Newgarden was also in it. So we had 2 of the Penskes. Okay. Unbelievable. But first stint was 10 laps, right? So Colton Herta decides to drop to the very back of the field and start saving tires. Then we notice this, right? Fittipaldi. They tell him, hey, we should start saving a little bit. So he drops back. And then they come back and say, hey, actually, we need you to save because we don't have enough fuel in the car. Oh, man. This is going to be the greatest talking point of all time for the rest of time, dude. I mean, that 10-lap stint, man, Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan flopped so bad, man. The biggest failure I've ever seen in motorsports. 10 laps, I can't even put enough fuel in the damn car.
Look, I know somebody who works at Rahal.
Yes.
And so I asked him, I was like, yo, how do you mess up not putting 10 laps of fuel in? Genuinely curious. I'm just not trying to be a jerk or anything. I was just curious. He said, all the cars were filled with the practice hose between runs. Tech was monitoring and gave the thumbs up when it vented, but all of our cars false vented after 1.5 gallons. We needed like 8 gallons. The 45 fueler caught it in time and we continued to fill. The other car didn't catch it. And then Rocket, which is the lead rules guy, right? Basically told the others that it was our fault, not IndyCar's. We just had... he had a lot of damage from the race. He's on Lundgaard's team. Plus, IndyCar kept making us repair it, but putting us at the back for touching the car. Then they said, we asked to change the side pod, and we were told no. So we asked to tape over it, and they said yes, but you have to go to the back for the feature. Then at the halfway point, the tape was falling off when we asked to cut it off so it doesn't come off and ruin a race for safety reasons. And we're told, you will be fixing it, and you will be going to the rear.
They didn't stand a chance, dude. That from the beginning of the weekend, dude. Not a chance.
Oh, they were screwed.
And not even that, but Rahal ended up having mechanical issues, so he didn't even finish his race anyway. Pietro got disqualified because of the fuels procedures. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. I mean, I remember when it happened, we're like, holy cow, all 3 Rahal, Letterman, Lanigan cars made the feature. And then none of them, not even a chance.
But here's the crazy thing, Jay. IndyCar gave them the thumbs up. So it's like, who do you really point the finger at? Who are you clowning on? Who do we clown on? Really?
I don't even know.
You know, I don't, like... Oh, that's painful. Because as IndyCar, you're like, oh yeah, one of our drivers forgot to put 10 gallons worth of fuel in their car. You know, and then the team's like, yeah, but you guys told us to stop fueling it. You guys gave us the thumbs up when it vented. It's like Ray Hall went on to say that this was a SHIT show and that we should never go back to thermal.
Oh wow, dang,
Yeah.
salty much, damn.
Yeah, he was.
Might as well not go back to Indy either, because you can't qualify into that race either.
Get you some of that.
Yeah, get you some of that. Stay mad.
Yeah, stay mad. That's
Yeah, and like I mentioned, yeah, so all of the Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan cars had a lot of issues, but Colton Herta with that big saving strategy he had in that first stint ended up driving pretty much through the field during the second stint. I think he finished P4 by the end of it, so did a pretty good job. Yeah, 11 seconds down, but I mean, what else was he gonna do? Polo was just so dominant. I feel like that was the only chance he had to get a pretty decent finish, and I feel like he did a pretty good job getting there. So, I guess we could keep talking about this Polo dominance and everything, but there's been a lot of people really hating on this event and saying it was a failure and it was a flop and it sucked and all this. I guess my thought is I think this was a success. I enjoyed it from start to finish. I thought it was awesome. I mean, yeah, Polo dominated. If you wanted more side-by-side action, whatever, you didn't really get it. I mean, you did for the most part in the mid-pack, but I thought it was a success. I love the course, for one. I thought the course was just freaking awesome. Watching them go through that 16-17 hop over there, I mean, just getting airborne it was entertaining. The S section was so much fun to watch all day long. There was a lot of good passing zones, like turn 6 was a good one. Colton Herta really used that to his advantage a couple times there. I thought the racing was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it. And to the fans, I say, this race wasn't for you. It wasn't for the fans. This race was for the drivers. And it was all about them making money, having a good time, and racing on a fun course. That was all it was. That's all what it was for. It wasn't a fans event. It was basically trying to gain this rich boy money in California, gain a new market. I think it was a success. What are your thoughts?
If you didn't like that race, just go watch the highlights from Atlanta.
There you go. I agree.
Don't waste your time. Just go to YouTube.
Yeah. No, I agree, dude. I agree. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an IndyCar race, man. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a long one. I liked it because there wasn't a gimmicks. There was no real gimmicks. I mean, there was to an extent. I mean, you could kind of consider some of them gimmicks, but they weren't really like gimmicks. You know, I don't know.
I think the biggest point that we could take away from this race is that the 10 cars seemed like they prepared the most.
Yes.
It showed, and they proved it, and they went throughout the whole race, and they absolutely dominated, and rightfully won. All right? We don't see that a lot anymore, especially with stage cautions.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. I agree. I think it was, I enjoyed it. I want to do it again. I really liked it a lot. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get a points race there. I would like to, because I think that track would be really awesome to run a full length points race, but I don't know if it'll happen. I think they'd have to do some more infrastructure there and everything to get more bleachers in, open it more to the public, but I enjoyed it. And the people there that they showed on camera, they seemed to be enjoying it. I mean, they had those rich boy little paddocks and stuff. You could tell these people never watch IndyCar races in their life, but they were having a good time. Did you see some of those people raising their beers, cheering at some of the overtakes that they saw? I mean, I was like, dang, we're building IndyCar fans out of the Rich Boy Club. This is cool. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was cool. I liked the event. I want to run it again.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I like the track. I think the biggest thing was the track.
Yes.
That track is so freaking cool, man.
It's awesome.
It is a great racetrack. And I really hope like it gets scanned into iRacing and we have the opportunity to drive on it.
I agree.
Because that would be a phenomenal track to go at.
Yeah. And the backdrop was cool. I mean, it's just like, honestly, if you're going to do an all-star event, this was the perfect place to do it, man. It's a private club. It's luxurious. It's got a good backdrop. The track is awesome. I mean, maybe next year, instead of just putting 12 cars in the field, why not just extend it and run like a 30-lap race and put the whole field out there? You know what I mean? Like, let's make it really exciting. But that would be my only change. Let's just put everybody out there. I say give them unlimited push to pass in a 30-lap race with the whole field. I mean, it's not if it's no points, why not? Let's try some new stuff. Let's experiment. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, use some of those eco tires.
Yeah, dude.
See how that works out.
make it
Unlimited
tires.
booster pack.
Yeah, make it where they have to run the primary tires, so they can't make the full 30 laps on one set of tires. They have to make at least one pit stop. Why not, dude? Let's play around with it. Let's make it even more exciting.
Give them tires that we tell them, hey, look, we know these last for 10 laps or 15 laps.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that is on you. So you might get a couple takers who go the 30 lap stint, or you get the people making pit stops. That'd be pretty cool.
And give them all the RLL fuel strategy too.
Yeah, right.
I love it, man. I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. If you guys tuned in for the watch party, we had a good time here in that early morning. Had a little bit of technical issues, but that's the Dega Boys way right there. So, but we still had fun. It was a good time. It was a great time. I enjoyed it. I want to see it again.